Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Kylie Swain from Blossom Designs and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in Australia. And today we are going to be making this project. It's a little box. It's a lidded box. Undo it for you. So as you can see, opens up like that and it will fit a stamp pad in it. So it'll fit lots of other stuff in there as well, but the sizing, just for reference, it will fit a stamp pad in there. So let's get started. Okay, so you will find the PDF in the description below, and it gives you all the measurements. It gives you it in metric and imperial, and instructions as well. So there's dotted or dashed lines, and then they're the ones that you need to cut up. So there's no sort of taking, or there's a little bit. When I say taking, you just need to but just trim off these square pieces on either both the lid and the base, and then it just gives a better fit when you put it together, which you will see when I start. So let's move everything out of the way. Oops, making lots of noise there. Right, so grab my trimmer and we're going to be using the Heartwarming Hugs DSP. Hang on a second, let me grab. Yes, it's the Heartwarming Hugs pack. I did use this in this particular sheet in the previous box video, but this is I really like this one. As you can see, I've already used some pieces, and this is the one we're using today, but this is really traditional Christmas colours and really pretty paper. Okay, so we will make the base out of cardstock and then the lid out of designer series paper. So for the base, we need to cut that down to 15 centimeters by 13.5. So this is 13.5 and this is 15. So along the 13.5 side, which is this, we're going to score at 2 centimeters, and I'm coming across this side. It's just easier holding onto the cardstock on this side. If I can line it up, that is. Right. Don't forget, move your cutting blade out of the way, because you really don't want to cut at this point. So 2 centimeters, and then again at 11.5, or it's basically 2 centimeters on either side. It's 2 centimeters on all sides actually. I made this box a few weeks ago, and I'm trying to remember how to put it back together again. So for the lid, this will be 13 centimeters by 11.5 centimeters, and on the 11.5 centimeter side, which is this side, you will score at 1 centimetre. Just be gentle with designer series paper, because if you press too hard you can go through the paper and tear it. Now remember, this is the lid, so this has to fit over the top of your base. So even though you're scoring at 1 centimetre, just bring it back just a smidge, and I don't even mean a millimetre, just a teeny tiny bit. So line it up the 1 centimetre and then just move it back so it's just under a centimetre. Okay, what did I do? Yes, I did all 4. It's a bit hard to see on that paper. Okay, bring my scissors in and my bone folder. So we're just going to score along all the lines. And we'll do the paper while we're here. So designer series paper is thinner than cardstock and it's easier to manipulate, so you don't need to do heavy pressure when scoring. Okay, so it's probably really hard for you to see, probably see better on this side, but we're going to cut in from this side, so that's the smaller side, the 11.5 centimetre side. So we're just going, look, I can't even see there we go, and then just take off that much. You really don't need much. So again, find that score line and just remove. It just takes the not bulk, but it just makes it neater when you put the box together. You'll see what I mean. Oops, I think I missed that. And then the last one. Okay. So you probably can't really see, but there's just a little wedge taken out there. Okay, so again, the same for the box, for the base. Cut up and wedge. That was the word I was looking for. Wedge. Why couldn't I think of that earlier? And then turn it around and do the other side. So I will use, gosh, I'm going to drop everything that's on the side of my desk here. I'm going to use my good old pegs to put this together. So you just need to glue the pieces together. just line that up. And I'm just going to get a peg to hold that. Again on this side. And there is your base. So let's set that aside and then start on the lid, and we'll do exactly the same thing. Just a little bit of glue, you don't need a great deal. This side. And the last one. Okay, so the base is, oops, the base is dry, and I'll just leave that to dry for 1 second. Right, so onto the decorating, and grab my mat. So I'm using the Warm Hugs stamp set today, and I'm going to use this this stamp here, and the coffee cup. It comes with dies, which I have set aside. So it comes with these two, and then this is the coffee cup. So you've got the star, the heart, the tree, there's 2 of the trees, and the candy canes. I thought this was a really cute set. Okay, so for this one we're going to use Real Red, and I'll just use Memento. So I'm going to stamp my coffee cup first. Like that. And then, where's my scrap piece? This is my absolutely well loved scrap bit of paper. So I'm going to stamp off, and then look at that. So it just gives a lighter shade. So if I was to stamp that, you can see how dark it would be. I didn't want it quite that dark. Okay, now the coffee cup does come with its little steam here, but when you die cut that out, which you will see if I can pick it up, that is, so when you die cut that out, it doesn't cut the steam as well, so you need to do that separately, but that's okay. But I just wanted to let you know. And then I would stamp this one, which I have already stamped, and I have cut that out, and that would sit in the middle there. So let's bring the box back in. I think this set is really cute. It was on my wish list from day one. Okay, so let's bring the lid and the box back together. Goes on a bit easier than this. I think there we go. Okay, so we've got our box together. I thought about using, so I've used on this one, I've used the white crinkle seam binding ribbon, which I love. That's a great ribbon to use, very soft as well, easy to use, and then I've got the real red braided linen ribbon, so I think we might use this one today just to be different. Right, I'm going to grab no, I was going to put an ink pad in there just to hold it down to make it a bit easier, but that's okay. Right. One thing I will do though is put my lid on my stamp pad, because that's a disaster waiting to happen. Now you can tie your ribbon in the centre. I don't mind where my ribbon goes. Now if you've seen me do this before, I put my finger through the loop and then I pull on the tail and the loop at the same time, and it just helps to bring the tails down so that they sit neatly. I'm going to have long tails on this one. And then we are going to put this together. So let's get this on, and so I've put dimensionals, or it doesn't matter where you put them because there's no image or anything on this, it's just plain, but I'm going to leave mine one at the top and one at the bottom, so that the ribbon will then go through the centre. And I'm going to put mine over here. And then I'm going to grab my liquid glue . Now let's get that the right way. just lightly press that down. See, I've got room, or I've got time I should say, to just move this around and get it centered if you want it centered. And then the coffee cup. And there we go. So here are my 2 boxes. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Everything you've seen today is available in my online store, which I'll link it below in the description. If you've enjoyed this tutorial, give me a thumbs up and click that subscribe button, then you'll be notified when I do post my next video. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm happy to answer them, and otherwise I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.